Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast English. I am Emily.
And I am Alex. Hello, everyone. We are so happy to be in your ears today.
We have a very energetic episode for you today. But Alex, you look a little bit tired. Are you okay?
You caught me. To be honest, Emily, I am a little sleepy today. I stayed up too late watching movies last night.
Oh no. Well, that is actually perfect for our topic today, because today we are talking about waking up early and starting strong.
Yes, how to become a morning person, how to stop hitting the snooze button, and how to have a great start to your day.
It is a challenge for almost everyone, but we believe that if you win the morning, you win the day.
That's a great phrase. If you win the morning, you win the day. I want to win the day, Emily, so teach me.
We will learn together. In this episode, we will share tips, funny stories, and easy vocabulary to help you wake up with a smile.
But first, before we wake up, we need you to do something very simple.
Yes, please. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, please hit the follow or subscribe button.
It takes 1 second, just tap that button. It helps us so much. We want to reach English learners all over the globe.
And if you have a friend who hates mornings, maybe a friend who is always late, share this episode with them.
Yes, send it to them right now. Okay, Emily, let's do this. Let's wake up.
So, Alex, let's start with the problem. Why is waking up early so difficult?
Oh, that is an easy question, because beds are amazing.
That is true.
Seriously, modern beds are so soft, the blankets are warm, the pillow is perfect, and the world outside the bed is cold and loud.
It's a battle of comfort. We call this the battle of the bed. And usually the bed wins.
When my alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m., my brain says, Alex, why would you leave? It's nice here. Stay for 5 more minutes.
The dangerous 5 more minutes. Do you do that, Emily? Do you hit the snooze button? I used to do it a lot. Snooze is the button on your alarm that pauses the sound for 9 or 10 minutes. I used to hit it 3 or 4 times.
Me too. But the problem is, those 10 minutes of sleep are not good sleep.
Exactly. You drift off, then beep, beep, beep. You wake up shocked. It actually makes you feel more tired.
We have a vocabulary word for this type of person, a night owl.
Yes, a night owl is someone who likes to stay up late, like an owl in the forest.
And the opposite is an early bird.
The early bird catches the worm. That is a famous English idiom. It means if you start early, you will be successful.
I am definitely a night owl trying to be an early bird.
Well, let's talk about why we should try to change. What are the benefits?
Okay, convince me. Why should I leave my warm bed?
There is something magical about the early morning, Alex, like 5:30 or 6 a.m.
That sounds very early.
It is, but think about it. The world is quiet. No cars honking, no emails coming in, no phone calls.
That does sound peaceful.
It is the only time of day that belongs 100% to you. Once the workday starts, your time belongs to your boss, or your family, or your teachers.
That is a very powerful point. The morning is me time.
Exactly. I have a story about this.
Please share.
A few years ago, I was very stressed. I had too much work. I felt like I was always rushing. I woke up at 7:30, rushed to shower, rushed to eat, ran to the bus.
That is a stressful way to live. Your heart rate is fast before you even start work.
Yes, so I decided to try an experiment. I woke up 1 hour earlier at 6:30.
What did you do with that hour? Did you work?
No, that is the rule. No work. I just made a cup of coffee, I sat by the window, I watched the sun come up, and I read a book for pleasure.
Just reading and drinking coffee?
Yes, and by the time 7:30 came, I felt calm. I felt happy. I was ready for the stress of the day because I already had my peace.
I love that. You filled your own cup first.
Metaphorically and literally.
So benefit number 1 is peace and quiet. Benefit number 2 is productivity. Your brain is fresh in the morning.
That's true. I notice that if I study English vocabulary in the morning, I remember it better. In the evening, my brain is like soup.
Brain soup, exactly. If you have a big goal, like learning English, do it first thing in the morning.
Okay, Alex, I am convinced. I want the peace, I want the fresh brain, but how?
The secret to a good morning actually starts the night before.
The night before?
Yes, you cannot have a good morning if you have a bad night.
That makes sense. If I sleep at 2 a.m., I cannot wake up at 6 a.m. happily.
Right, you need to prepare. Imagine you are a manager and you are managing your future self.
Okay, I am the boss of Tomorrow Alex.
What can you do tonight to make it easy for tomorrow, Alex?
Well, usually Tomorrow Alex cannot find his clothes. He runs around looking for socks.
Okay, so tip number 1 is lay out your clothes the night before.
Put my clothes on the chair?
Yes, your shirt, your pants, your socks, everything. So when you wake up, you don't have to think. You just get dressed.
That saves decision energy. I like that.
What else?
Maybe prepare my breakfast?
Fantastic idea. If you like smoothies, cut the fruit and put it in the fridge. If you like coffee, put the water in the machine.
So I just have to press a button.
Exactly. We want to remove friction. We want to make the morning so smooth that you could do it with your eyes closed.
I have a bad habit I need to talk about, Emily. What is it?
Phones.
The smartphone, the enemy of sleep.
I get into bed. I say, I will just check Instagram for 5 minutes.
And then?
And then it's 2 hours later and I'm watching videos of cats playing pianos.
That we have all been there. This is called blue light. The light from the phone screen tells your brain it's daytime.
So it keeps me awake.
Yes, it stops your body from producing melatonin. Melatonin is the sleep chemical.
So the rule is no phones in bed?
That is a hard rule, but a good one. Try to put your phone away 30 minutes before you sleep. Read a paper book instead.
English learners, this is a great time to read a simple English book.
Yes, 2 birds with 1 stone.
Welcome back. We are talking about waking up early. We prepared our clothes, we put away the phone. Now it is morning. The alarm rings. Beep, beep. This is the critical moment, the moment of truth. Most people have their phone right next to their pillow.
That is a mistake.
Why?
Because it is too easy to turn it off. You don't even have to wake up. You just reach out your hand, smack, and go back to sleep.
So what should we do?
You must move the alarm. Put it on the other side of the room.
On the other side of the room?
Yes, put it on your desk or on top of your dresser.
Oh, that is cruel. That means I have to physically get out of bed to turn it off.
Exactly. And once your feet are on the floor, you have won. The hardest part is standing up.
I have a funny story about this.
Tell us.
I have a friend named Kenji. He is a learner from Japan. He had a big problem waking up.
What did he do?
He bought a special alarm clock on wheels.
On wheels, like a car?
Yes, when the alarm goes off, it jumps off the table and drives away.
No way.
Yes, it rolls around on the floor, beeping like crazy. Kenji has to chase it under his bed to turn it off.
That is hilarious. Does it work?
He says he is definitely awake after chasing a robot clock at 6 a.m.
Okay, listeners, you don't need a robot clock, but please move your phone across the room. Okay, let's move to our final strategy. Strategy number 3.
We call this the carrot.
Do you know the idiom, the carrot and the stick?
The stick is the punishment, the carrot is the reward.
Waking up early shouldn't just be about work or studying. That's boring. You need a reward.
You need something to look forward to.
Right. If your first thought in the morning is, oh no, I have to study grammar, you will hide under the blankets.
But if your first thought is pancakes,
Yes. If you love a nice breakfast, make that your reason.
for me, it is coffee. I buy really nice coffee beans. I'm excited to drink it. It pulls me out of bed.
For me, it is a podcast. I have a favorite comedy podcast. I only allow myself to listen to it in the morning while I get ready.
Ooh, that's smart. So if you stay in bed, you don't get to hear the funny jokes.
Exactly. It is a treat.
I want to ask our listeners, what is your carrot? What small thing would make you happy in the morning?
Maybe it is a hot shower with nice soap. Maybe it is playing with your dog.
Maybe it is watching one episode of a sitcom in English.
Find something you love. Combine it with the morning, and suddenly the morning isn't so bad.
We have shared a lot of tips today, Emily.
We have, but Alex, I want to say something important to our listeners.
Go ahead.
Changing your sleep habits is hard. It is biological.
It really is. Your body has a rhythm.
So please be patient with yourself. If you try to wake up early tomorrow and you fail, don't be angry.
Don't beat yourself up.
No, if you sleep in until 10 a.m., it's okay. Just try again the next day.
Progress is not a straight line. Sometimes you go forward, sometimes you go back.
Also, don't try to change everything in one day. If you usually wake up at 9, don't try to wake up at 5.
That is too big of a jump. You will crash.
Just try 8:30, then 8, then 7:30. Baby steps.
I like that. Small changes lead to big results.
You are building a new identity. You are becoming a person who controls their day instead of letting the day control them. And that is a powerful feeling.
Okay, let's recap. Let's summarize what we learned today about waking up early.
Point number 1, understand the benefits. The morning gives you quiet time, me time, and a fresh brain for learning English.
Point number 2, prepare the night before. Be the boss of tomorrow you. Lay out your clothes, prepare your breakfast.
Point number 3, watch out for the phone. Avoid blue light before bed so you can sleep deeply.
Point number 4, move the alarm. Put it across the room so you have to stand up to turn it off. Don't be a zombie hitting snooze.
And point number 5, find your carrot. Give yourself a reward in the morning. Coffee, music, a tasty breakfast so you are excited to wake up.
Emily, I actually feel inspired. I think I'm going to set my alarm for 6:30 a.m. tomorrow.
Really? You're going to try it?
I am. I'm going to put my phone on my dresser, and I'm going to buy some croissants for breakfast.
That sounds like a perfect plan. Good luck, Alex.
Thank you. And to our listeners, thank you so much for spending this time with us. We hope you feel energized.
We would love to hear from you. Are you a night owl or an early bird? What is your morning routine?
Let us know in the comments or send us a message. And please remember to subscribe, follow, and share this podcast. It helps us keep making these episodes for you.
Keep practicing your English. Keep trying new things. And remember,
Start strong.
Have a wonderful morning, everyone. Bye-bye.
See you next time.